I'm ready.
We're on here.
We're on.
Are we on? Are we? Johnny? Johnny, are we on? Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Welcome to another Wednesday edition of 3 in 1.
I got the center mic on the phone box. So here we are. We've just been talking about the Star and Tribune newspaper of the universe.
It's the Strib.
Newspaper of the universe coming out with that they're not going to publish any Native American
Team nicknames.
Team nicknames
Team
in the paper.
Team nicknames.
So that's probably one of the things we'll cover quite a bit tonight, I would bet.
Hey, you got a caller who said that he can't hear anything. But it's on the tape, so don't worry about it.
Okay. So
Okay.
so we're actually right now if you're watching this live, we're not going on.
You're on. But you can't hear
They just can't hear us. But
Oh, there you go.
okay,
Well, can you hear us or not?
Oh, they can hear you now. Yeah.
they can hear us now.
DJ fixed it.
As we said,
No,
we
now
are
we're going to end up with all kinds of feedback coming through.
no, they'll turn it down in there and we'll be okay. But
Oh,
we
you won't have any
have been
feedback.
talking about the Star and Tribune coming out and saying that they are going to eliminate or will not publish any Native American.
Team
That's it.
nicknames.
Just
Team
pass the
nicknames.
newspaper. It's like you don't have anything else to complain about in your life.
Yeah, that's right. That's one of the big things in the news
Well,
right
you know, now that we've got this Democrat president in there, you know, things are looking that much better. That
We can
just
talk. We
complain
can talk about
hatred.
that. We can talk about that. We can talk about Michael.
I don't want to talk
Suppose
about
we
any
could talk
of it.
about Michael. Well, we could talk about the other Michael too, actually.
Which Michael?
Dukakis?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson. He's kind of up. He's looking at
Well,
admitting
admitting that
That
he
he
raped
raped
her to get out of jail.
to get out of jail.
But they turned that down.
No, this is officially
I thought they turned it down a couple days.
negotiating. No, well, this
They
was
were talking
yesterday's
about it
paper.
as of
was-
yesterday.
It was in yesterday's paper. I don't know if I didn't read today's.
They were talking about it as of yesterday that he may be able to do this, and I think it's the pits. You know, I was never convinced. I was never convinced that he was guilty in the first place.
Tyson?
Right. I was never convinced that he was guilty. Anyway. But
You know, it has been months since we were graced with John King's chest hair.
it's because he shaved it off a while back and it took this long for it to grow back.
Oh, that's a nice camera shot. That's a little better.
That's much better.
How's that?
So we could talk about Tyson, we could talk about Michael, we can talk about the Strib.
We haven't had a show since Elaine got off, have we?
Elaine.
Bobbitt?
Oh no, we haven't. We can talk about the Bobbitt situation
We can
too.
Talking about the Bobbit
We can talk
We can
about the
talk
old Bobster getting off and everything.
I agree.
Talking nothing about
We can
that.
talk
I
about
agree
Joe's new do.
100%.
Hey, thank you very much.
Are you trimming down a little bit?
I don't. Well, probably just because I have to make my own food now.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
See, either that'll do it, or you'll start going to Hardee's or the Mac.
Oh,
or,
I'm trying to. I gotta save money for racing, so.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's those leftover lean cuisines in the freezer that'll get you.
Nothing left over. Man. It's gonna be bare. I ain't going grocery shopping until.
How do you like the new chairs?
That looks a little extra comfy. This is kind of sporty.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
Got a
The
little
new
rock to
chairs
it.
are
We got
via
some
the Bubster.
donated by.
donated by the Bubster,
Donated by
sticking
the-
his
Whoa.
hand back in and giving us some chairs.
And I believe this coming
Oh, that is a
weekend will
nice
be an
deal.
all Bubba weekend on the channel.
Oh, you're kidding
An all
me.
Bubba weekend.
An all
On all
Bubster
Bubba,
weekend.
on all Bubster channel.
Is this highlighting everything that he produced, or?
That'd be kind of cool.
I think it's just he's going to be down here, so he's going to throw shows on and
Throw shows
talk
on.
live in between them or something.
Oh, I
That's
see.
it.
He'll be hosting his own
Weekend. It's kind of like kind of
And
like
you too
kind of like VH1. You know, they did the all Partridge Family thing.
can
and,
host your own weekend.
Yep, it's going
Just
to be
become
all.
a member, produce a few shows, and take over.
Come on
It's
down.
going to be 5 years of the things Bubba said on Sports Chatter. That's all that's going to be shown.
Oh, he'll be editing out what we said then.
Yeah,
Okay.
no doubt. All the disagreements. It'll be.
Oh, so
I'll
he'll
be,
have,
All the points of view that he.
Bubba's going to
made.
re-edit
Well, he'll have 4
everything
years
to
left,
show
then.
that he won all those arguments that we had over the years. He'll edit everything out.
but
Boy,
he'll
this
get
is
all
well
those
lit.
awards too. Don't,
Like I remember
Don't
the one,
forget
the one
the
thing
award
that
shows
we argued
now.
with Bubba
You won
on
some awards. Don't
is
forget that.
he thought Christian Leitner was a better pick than Shaq
He did
in the
not.
draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He did.
I'm not a basketball fan, and I knew that one.
And then later on we said, so the old Leitner's a better pick now too, huh? And he, oh, I never said
I
that.
never said that. I never said that.
Get the tape out. We want
I
to see
never
it on
said
tape.
that.
Who predicted a Buffalo-Dallas Super Bowl?
Probably Belinda.
That was Belinda.
That would be Belinda.
Fun.
We got the phone. Is this the Bubster
That's probably
defending himself?
Bubster calling up to argue his point.
You're on.
Congratulations, Bubba, on the All Bubba weekend. I guess East River Road Gang has known you forever, and hey, we'll be watching. Just wanted to say congratulations and goodbye.
Terrific.
Thanks, East River Road Gang.
Two words for him. More ice.
More. Well, that's a Bubba fan wherever Bubba is.
That's the only Bubba fan left.
That's the one Bubba fan we have in history. He'll be watching the all Bubba weekend.
Hey, we'll be missing the Super Bowl, won't we?
Fun.
Yes, we will be. No, we won't.
Yeah, you will.
No,
You're
we
gonna
won't.
be
We'll
up
be
there
back.
Sunday?
Oh, we'll be. Yeah, wait, I forgot they don't play that game till what?
Late.
5:30. I
Yeah,
think.
8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we'll be back by then.
We'll
it
for sure
8?
make the second half because
Well, it's
the
probably-
halftime show will be.
The game probably starts
Yeah.
at 8, but the show begins at 5:30, and they have 3 hours of nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll probably be back by like 4:30.
The pre-Super Bowl pre-game show.
The pre-show wrap-up.
Yes, you're on.
Am I on?
You're on.
You're on.
Who's that pervert in the black?
You're off.
Can't
Guess
hear him
I
anyway.
guess something happened to the phone line.
Yeah, we cut him. We cut him.
Who's that
Can't hear him
person
anyway.
In the
Booth.
Rodent.
Yeah, that's something like
Who's that person in the booth? I think they were saying.
that. That was a call for you, Johnny. So anyway,
Who's that person?
so anything big happening in the?
The biggest thing that happened in the world of racing this week is I personally received my spring order from Summit.
Whoa! Whoa!
So I have the equipment to get the car going, and I am just thrilled.
Now, during the year last year, did you earn enough to pay for this order?
Are you kidding?
You were respectable last year though.
You had a very rough beginning of the season.
Yeah,
last
the end of the year finished up pretty good, but oh
He
my.
had- He had that old air filter problem in
Hey,
the beginning
no,
of the year.
that was
Well, that spilled over through like 7/8 of the year.
that
The
was
last
a
2
alternator problem was what caused you
Partly,
fits.
partly, yeah.
So
It was a goofy year. This year is going to be 1,000% better.
hey, you had a strong finish. A strong finish is with a weak start is better than a weak
and the
finish.
car was fired this weekend.
Woo!
With the warm weather, I had to go visit the car and start it up. Everything ran fine, no fluid leaks, and drove it around the parking lot a little bit there.
Did ya?
So yeah, everything was happy.
Yeah, I bet.
So
Hot damn.
synthetic oil is the ticket.
Hey, caller wants to
Oh,
know who
really?
you think's
Oh.
going to win the Super Bowl.
What?
Who you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Do
Who
we
you
want?
think?
Did they don't want to go on?
Nah, they wanted to, but I wouldn't let them.
Oh, okay.
Well, we want Buffalo, but we think
what's
Dallas.
the spread? Is there a paper here?
I haven't seen it yet.
I want to know the
10,
spread.
I heard last.
I'm still giving 10.
Oh, easily. I would agree.
You know, and a lot of people this year, I think, are going to do the same thing that they did last year. Who could lose 4 Super Bowls in a row?
Yeah.
Let me tell you right here, right now,
The buff.
Buffalo.
The buff.
Guaranteed. It is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
they're gone.
What? How does
Is
who
buffalo an
says this?
Indian name for bison?
They are going to come in so keyed that they don't want to lose this fourth one.
They're gonna lose. They're
They're
gonna
going
lose.
to blow it. They're just going to choke.
You know, we should check that. See if buffalo is an Indian name for bison. Then the Star can't use it anymore.
They're going to choke like Mama Cass on a ham bone.
It's gonna be pathetic. It's gonna be pathetic. And if Buffalo does cover the spread, even, let alone, heaven forbid they would win this game.
No,
Fix is the only way it would happen.
the only way it's going to work is if Troy and Emmett are both out of the game.
I still think they'd win. On defense alone, they'd win.
And might even it up a little bit.
Yeah, it just Buffalo's gonna take all the pressure off the Vikes.
You're on.
How you doing, guys?
Not too bad.
We're here.
Terrific.
I have a question for you on Michael Jackson's days.
Okay.
Okay.
Just see if you can answer it. Now, supposedly he's
No.
trying to pay off the kid, right?
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't child molestation come into terms of a civil
Repeat what he's
civil
saying. We
suit
can't hear
where
him.
no matter what he's got to go to court?
That would be a criminal case.
Hold the mic up. I got my finger on the button.
Okay.
But so no matter what, he shouldn't get away with it.
Right. What this will do is end the civil case that the child's parents are bringing against him.
They're still checking.
There
they're
still
looking
can be
into
criminal
charges,
coming up.
but they say that they will probably not.
I think I just spotted the guilty man. He's in the booth.
Oh, no, that's not him. That's me. but
The thing is, there is no way that the court can make the kid testify.
oh yes, there is.
No, not
Absolutely.
in a sexual
Because he's a minor.
abuse case. Because he is a minor, they cannot make a minor testify in a sexual abuse trial. So
I didn't
if
know
the
that.
kid gets paid off, he shuts his mouth. There is no
So in effect,
criminal trial
in effect,
either.
he can buy his way out of this then.
Right.
I don't.
And it's going
know.
to cost him about $50 million to do it.
No way.
Yeah.
Way?
Well, he's got the money.
Well, yeah.
I may be gullible, but I'm not convinced he did it.
I think he did
I
some
think you're
stuff
gullible.
wrong.
Why would he pay you
I
that
am-
much money to do nothing?
I am not convinced he
To
did it.
keep his reputation clean.
Oh, yeah.
No. No, not necessarily that. But it may have, it may have just been that, they wanted to get it over with.
Well, do you think they had a right to take him into that closed room and make him show everyone his pee-pee?
Absolutely.
That was another big,
No comment.
big argument.
Absolutely.
He was gone so long, he could have altered that.
Well, he's altered everything else.
I mean, no question about it. He doesn't even look like anything like he did when he was growing up.
Oh, he doesn't even look like he did for the Thriller album.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a huge difference between
know?
Thriller and
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
Your butt is mine.
By the way,
Yes.
off the subject, I'm picking the Bills this weekend.
I got to know why you're picking the Bills this
The
weekend.
reason is, if you look at the past Super Bowls of the Cowboys, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, and it's their turn to lose one. That's why. And plus, Buffalo, they're playing good defense, and they're using a little more game clock. They're keeping that defense fresh.
Don't you think they're going to be just on eggshells when they go out on the field?
Oh, I imagine they will be, but, 4 years in a row, I think they have too many butterflies anymore.
I
they're-
think
they're
the
used to the
butterflies have
Super
just
Bowl.
grown a lot in the
Oh.
last 4 years.
Gee, is Michael going to be part of that halftime show this year?
But you know what? If Buffalo wins that game, it's going to be a close one. It might be a last-minute field goal to win them.
Well,
If
they
Buffalo
say
wins that game, I won't have any money left, period, in this world. I would bet the farm that Dallas is going to cover the spread.
They say that the games where there isn't a a off week between the playoffs and the Super Bowls are always a closer game.
Who says that?
Everything that I've been reading and hearing.
Ah. Okay, we'll just throw last year out then, huh?
There was an off week in between last year.
There was not.
There
Yeah,
was
last
two.
week there was. Or last year, excuse me.
Okay, I stand corrected. I'm
years
still,
in 90
I'm still
the
giving
last
the points
time-
and taking
No,
that.
I
The last
would.
time that there was only no off week was 91, and that's when Buffalo lost 2019 to the Giants.
Yeah, it's all for naught. I mean,
You know, I
Dallas
really- I
is
would
going
really
to win,
love
and
to
Dallas is
see-
going to win big.
I really want Buffalo, but Dallas is going to win. You know, I think that's the way most people feel.
Well,
That's why everybody bet last year.
I'll tell you what, next week I'll call you back if Buffalo wins. Otherwise, I'll just...
Oh, we wouldn't. We wouldn't rub your nose in. it or
Oh, heck
anything.
no,
I'm
not
just-
much.
I'll call you back no matter what next week.
So-
Sounds
get out.
good.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Did we have another one there?
I don't know.
Or are we gonna screen that one? What happened to our producer?
Nope.
So we'll try again.
So, nope. Buffalo's gonna lose big.
This
No
is a
two
given.
ways
I
about it.
really, I really hope not.
I hope.
The main thing is I'd like to see a good game.
I don't
And
care.
you won't. Unless you're a
you
Dallas
know,
fan, you won't.
I just don't care. I want Buffalo to get theirs. Just get reamed. I do.
Why?
Couldn't hear anybody.
Just because it'll make good news.
I think Buffalo winning would make better news than.
Oh, it would, but like I
I
say, that would guarantee that the fix is on in the NFL.
it would make a positive. It would make a more positive. Buffalo finally breaks the dry spell and wins the Super Bowl. I would rather see Buffalo gets knocked in the nose and drops another Super Bowl.
Evidence why Todd does not write headlines for the sports page.
Yeah, absolutely. They are going to be the dogs of sports if they lose another Super Bowl.
They'll
4 in
just
a
be
row.
tied with Minnesota and
4 in a
Denver.
row, though.
4 in a row.
And that's not.
4 in a row. Yeah.
Speaking of which, whatever happened to the Nature Boy?
Ric Flair?
Yeah.
He's world heavyweight
He's
champion in WCW. Is he?
WCW, yeah.
He just beat the Big Van Vader.
Big Van Vader.
Oh, nobody could beat the Big Van Vader.
He did it though.
The Van Man dropped it.
It was the win
Who's
or
the good
out
guy?
of wrestling.
Who's the good guy then? Nature Boy. I thought he came back as
Nature
a bad
Boy's
guy.
a good guy.
He came. No, he's a good guy. Okay.
He's a good guy.
Vader?
Oh,
Vader
geez,
ain't
Royal
out of
Rumble,
wrestling,
you
I'm
shoulda
sorry.
Seen it.
Vader isn't out of wrestling.
You know who's gone?
Who?
Who got beat up really bad? The old Undertaker.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
me.
you're kidding.
He did
Didn't
not
he-
get hit
He
with
had
the urn
he
again,
had
did he?
the coffin match with Yokozuna.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my!
Oh, jeez.
He had Yokozuna in the coffin,
Yeah?
And couldn't shut it.
ready to shut it, and he got jumped by 10 guys.
Get out of here!
Like who?
Everybody.
You're kidding me.
Crush, Diesel, Shawn Michaels, every bad guy in the WWF
Oh, you're kidding me.
came out and just pounced on him. Yokozuna got a hold of that urn.
Or urn.
Urn.
Urine. Got a
He
hold of
opened
the
it up,
urine.
and a big old green cloud went all over.
Oh no.
And the Undertaker died right there and then. Got beat up, rolled in the coffin. They're rolling him out. All of a sudden, the coffin starts smoking. This green, gooey stuff comes out everywhere. And on the big screen is an inside shot inside the coffin.
How did they do that?
And all of a sudden, boom, his music comes up and he's laying there and he's boom.
Get out! You're kidding me!
Soon, you will see the rebirth of The Undertaker. I will not rest in peace.
Man, I'm telling you,
This is great stuff.
WWF.
I've got it on tape. You gotta see it. It's
We'll-
great.
we'll
and
have
then
to.
all of a sudden, his music starts again, and you see all these flashes, and then he floats out,
Kiss off!
floats away.
Oh man.
Are you kidding me?
Seriously? Ooh, he's gone.
Who won the Royal Rumble then? Sorry.
The Royal Rumble, it got down to 4.
Sorry.
There were 4 left.
Yeah.
Who were they? One of those Samoan whatever, Afa or
Samoan Umanuga.
oh, yeah, one of them guys. Shawn Michaels,
Complain about the trivia.
the Hitman, Bret Hart, and Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Is the Hulkster done? Not to, be
I
sound
think
really
so.
stupid.
Sure.
I think so. Who knows?
No,
Well,
but
one of those-
you,
the two
you
bad
know
guys
you
end up
think
getting
he's going to
thrown
come
out.
to WCW.
Well, yeah, but that's, they keep talking about him on WCW every week, so who knows?
I read a wrestling magazine that said he was wrestling in Japan.
So,
You have 2 wrestling questions,
Oh, no.
and these guys won't be any problem.
Yes.
Hi. First of all, I'm glad you guys are talking wrestling. That's probably the only reason I watch anything is because when people talk or
Can't
show
point a
wrestling.
mic by him
How
again.
about
for a little
49er days this year? I know every year they kind of do a wrestling program over here in the town. Do you folks know, are we going to see wrestling in Freddy 49ers this year, or do I have to just sit at home and jerk the log? I mean, it's either one or the other. Please help me out.
I really don't know how to
I'm
answer
sure
that
there
question.
probably is going to be wrestling, and if you want to stay at home and jerk the log, you can do that too.
That's right. There'll probably be wrestling, and if you have the opportunity, you'd probably do it anyway.
I'll try the next one.
Okay.
Thank you.
But thanks for the call. Jerk the log, yeah. Okay, you're up.
Yeah, what's with this log thing, though?
Well, what did you, okay? Did I describe this Undertaker thing about right?
Pretty close there.
Can't hear him.
I'm pretty sure he was floating away, yeah. He was outside of the casket.
Floating away. See, he's.
Because he went up above the big screen.
Is Paul Bear still with him, or?
Oh,
much
he was
money
he
did
was
you
all
pay for
excited, going, yeah,
How much
get out,
money did you
boy,
pay for this?
Get out of here! Keep out of flying!
How about
He's going up!
How much money did you pay to see this?
the big Hart family
Yeah, there was
feud?
the old feud started again between the Hart brothers.
When did that happen? This is the first time I ever seen it.
Well, it all started at that Survivor Series when it was the Hart family against the King Jerry Lawler's court or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But then Lawler ended up going to jail
I
for
thought you were
rape.
going to say the Hart family against the King family.
But then Jerry Lawler went to jail for rape in
Really?
South Carolina.
I
So
never-
he wasn't in it. And that's when Shawn Michaels came back and that
So
whole
does
thing
this
started.
mean they take away his title? He's no longer the king of the wrestling, or
Oh,
what?
I'm sure that they didn't acknowledge the fact that he was sent away.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Really?
Yeah.
On the radio station, they have WWF radio every Saturday night, and they said, "Yep, he's in jail for rape. That's where he went."
Well, if the King Lawler's in jail, he's going to come out a queen.
Well, I don't know.
They're going to like
He ended
him
up going in
prison.
for rape right after he beat up Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
Yeah, yeah.
Beat him up on the TV the one week, and then he was out for rape the next. So I don't know what happened.
Him and old Vince McMahon probably went out on the town one day and
Vince had enough money to get out of it, and Jerry didn't. So
the Hulk Hogan thing, he's coming to this WCW without a doubt.
Great.
you hear him talking about him all the time on there.
Well, not actually talking about him, but now Mean Gene's saying that he's got some big news. Guess who's coming to whatever their next event is, but we can't tell you who. You got to watch to see, and
And if you don't want to watch to see, call our 1-900.
yeah.
But you must be 18.
So okay, enough of this wrestling stuff.
Okay.
Who's winning the Bud Bowl?
Was there what's the spread in the Bud Bowl?
I don't know, but it's important. No.
I don't know. The first 3
I think Bud's
years,
going to win it.
Yeah, the first 3 years, whatever the spread was, that's who won the game by the spread. So there was always a tie.
Was there?
Because people would bet on this game.
They kept the spread on the Bud Bowl.
Yeah. And people would actually bet on the game, thinking,
Well, yeah, we do.
on the
Well,
Bud Bowl?
Well, not illegally, but.
You have to remember that
Purely
he works
for
for the government.
entertainment purposes.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, he works for the government.
Yeah.
But I don't have a clue.
I think it's going to be Bud.
Dallas will probably come in and storm and win the Bud Bowl to boot.
I think you're right.
Maybe Lone Star Beer will come in.
No, I think it's going to be the rejuvenation of Billy Beer.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Thanks for the call.
So anyways, it got down to the four of them. They threw out the two bad guys. The two good guys wrestled for a while, got close to the ropes, both toppled over together.
So it was a tie?
It was a tie.
Whatever happened to the money match?
Any government.
What'd they call that, in the AWA when they used to put that big bag of money on
Oh,
top of
the,
the pole?
They're talking.
Oh,
Whoever got to
geez,
it
yes.
first won the money?
That's right. I remember those.
That was a classic
That was
thing.
always that would always happen after somebody claimed that they couldn't get out of their hold, and they did it, and then they refused to give them the money, and they'd put it on a pole. Wasn't Jerry Blackwell always in those?
I remember the Crusher.
I
being,
remember the Crusher.
Thousands of dollars in there.
Yep, I remember the Crusher.
Boy, I could buy a lot of beer with that.
Well, the Crusher one time comes out with this.
Do you got your mic on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes out with this inner tube.
Who?
The
The
Crusher
Crush.
comes out with an inner tube, a box of cigars,
Yep.
and he says, "All I need, Gene, is another inner tube, a tap, and a keg, and I'll float down the Mississippi for you people." I'm set to go. I got my stogies, and all I need is my tap and keg and another inner tube, and we'll go and we'll get you one. You can go down to Pig's Eye or something.
Classic,
It was
classic.
funny.
Great athlete, though.
Oh,
Always
without a
in
doubt.
100% physical tip-top shape he was.
Have you seen any of that WCW once Jesse's been down there?
I haven't watched much of that. I've lost my cable.
Well, so have I.
I
For
listen-
reasons we all
We
want to
will
talk
not
about
discuss.
today.
I listen to Jesse every morning.
Well, it's really
On
interesting because
AM 1500 Talk Radio. He's got his own radio
there's this
show.
cage match, and this Tony Gigovanti, or whatever his name is,
Giovanni.
he's trying to set up how dangerous these cage matches are and stuff. Jesse says, "That's nothing. You ain't been in nothing till you've been in a cage with Mad Dog Vachon. No, that's a cage match. I was in a cage match." Oh, jeez.
There's probably a lot of truth in that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Mad Dog had kind
absolutely.
of had
I
a
mean-
different attitude.
Mad Dog started to have a taste for human ear.
Yeah, towards the end,
I
yeah.
think so.
And now you can see his daughter on that other show.
What's
or is
that?
Or is it Butcher's daughter? I can't remember.
Not sure.
Luna Vachon is
Really?
Bam Bam Bigelow's main squeeze.
I'll just hang up on him and put him out of his misery.
Hang up on him.
Should I?
No, who is it?
He's a kid. You want to hang up on him?
Okay,
No,
go ahead and put
no.
him on.
No, we'll let you take care of that one.
Is he risky?
Oh, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kid, I'm hanging up on you. You're a kid.
Yeah, Johnny, you control that.
Was it Jared?
He's gone.
It wasn't Jared, was it?
No, I'd hang up
It
on
sounded
him.
like
He
a,
hasn't come
highly,
through the dates he promised me.
It sounded like
Upper
a-
level type decision
No,
that a
Jared.
producer.
That's
Jared
right.
doesn't even get to talk anymore. He hasn't come through on any of the dates he's promised me for the girls he was going to set me up with. So forget
Oh,
it.
the 13-year-old friend of his?
No, a little older than that.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
You go back to your wrestling.
I think we've run the gamut on that.
I think we
I
ran
think,
wrestling into
geez,
the
you know,
ground.
we only did 10 minutes and we covered all the wrestling.
How
That's
much did you
pretty
pay
bad.
for this wrestling?
Nothing.
No,
Did
I
you-
was here.
Did you view it at a local establishment?
I viewed it right here in the old break room at Nortel.
as I've said, WWF is just gone too overboard.
Notice they,
With the Flash.
for you. Hold on.
Speaking of local establishments,
Yeah,
I visited one Sunday for breakfast. When you had previously mentioned before.
Yeah, Keys.
Whoops.
No, we can say it.
Keys right next door to Monty's. That one.
Keys, yes.
Oh, spectacular breakfast.
Absolutely.
Don't they have incredible
great
omelets?
I'm
food.
glad I only had the 2-egg omelet.
Yes, yes. I made the mistake of
Oh.
having a 2-egg omelet, and ordered 2 pancakes besides. So did Dave. I had the farmers
Oh man.
farmers
Yeah,
omelet.
a real good friend of mine's the cook up there. He says that it's unbelievable some of the omelets that end up going out of there.
Oh
Oof.
man. The 2-egg omelet
4-egg
was,
omelet. They almost have to put it on 2 plates.
I can believe
Yeah,
that.
it is unbelievable.
And
I
I
got-
was hungry when I went up there.
The bread. What'd you think about the bread? Is homemade. It's just absolutely
It was
fantastic.
okay.
Yeah.
Did not compare it with the omelet, but
Oh, I know that.
And then
But
they
they have
out,
their
they
own
give
kinda
you that
jam
big
or
old
something.
plate of
Yep,
hash browns
homemade
with it or
homemade
something.
jam, homemade preserves.
I had the hash browns in my omelet.
Not that we're promoting this place or anything. We do not get any kickbacks for talking about
No,
it. But
it was just it's what I
just the
happened.
fact that you went and it was good.
It
Nice
was.
place to dine.
It was very good. Plenty of room. They got a lot of space there.
Why is this seeming kind of like Wayne's World where we
I've told him that he's there.
What'd you do this week?
commercial endorsement?
Yeah. But anyway,
As the guy, the owner of Keys, is going to come in and give us each a free meal
Gophers?
ticket.
so which
no?
which
Hockey?
omelet?
Gophers hockey,
First.
man,
That's true.
they are
From
tearing
being
up a storm.
The scum of the league the first month.
To
What?
kick and
Tying
butt.
for second right now.
Bone?
I'd keep your finger there, though.
I got my finger on the button. I'll cut him if he even starts to get out of line.
Talk.
You're on.
They're not on.
You're on.
Am I on?
You're on. But if you say anything bad, I'm cutting you right now.
Okay. What do you think about Bill Clinton's speech last night?
I'm not gonna wait for you to say anything bad. I'm cutting you right now.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I forgot to cut him. So,
Did you watch that?
That's funny, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Biggest, one of the bigger deals
let's see.
in Bill Clinton's deal. And
I actually
And I
didn't-
watched 2 Meals for Sister Sarah because I was not. When I was
Oh.
watching the prelims to this, and Tom Brokaw said, "Oh, it's a 6,000-word speech, a long speech that's going to be with a few ad libs." And I thought, no, I'll catch
And
the
it also
highlights
started about a
afterwards.
half hour, 45
Late,
minutes late.
yeah.
A 60. They said it was a 60. It took 64 minutes.
Of speech time.
64 minutes with 70 interruptions of applause.
Oh my
That's why I didn't want to watch, because I remember watching Bush last year, and he'd say, "Hello, I'm President George Bush." Whee!
Well, the thing is-
exactly.
Big
The thing
deal.
is, the president, the music starts. It's just like wrestling. The music starts. He comes walking out. The people go nuts. Finally, they get tired and they quiet down. And the guy says, "I'd like to introduce the president of the United States." And the crowd goes nuts again.
Was that on last
Michael
night?
Buffer should announce for the House.
Yep.
On the Clinton speech.
That would be great.
Is it the same kid?
What is the next? When's the next big heavyweight?
Get
match
rid of
coming up?
him. You're on.
Sure.
I'm the same guy that said that Buffalo is going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay,
Oh,
no.
he's back for more.
You're the best thing on primetime TV right now. So, I'm watching you guys.
I'm gonna hold the phone box up here.
Terrific.
Then I don't lose my mic.
If any of you had a chance to watch that at all last night,
I saw just very little bits of it.
I seen Jesse Jackson sitting over in the corner, and when everybody gets up and does their standing ovation, which is about 18 of them, this one guy wraps Jesse Jackson in the ribs to get up and clap. Like, what is this guy trying to prove?
I think he's a stiff. No.
I thought for sure he was going to say that Jesse Jackson started reaching for wallets while
Yeah.
everybody else stood up.
No, we're not. We didn't say that.
The thing is with Jesse Jackson, if you ever are in the area where he's at, run, because he's never nowhere where any peace is. He's only where trouble is beginning.
This is true.
That is a-
This is true.
Very large truth there.
He was standing on that
I do
deck when
for a
old
living.
Martin got blown away,
And and by what I've by my knowledge anyway, it usually doesn't get much better right after he leaves.
Yeah, where was he?
No, I
down
don't.
2 weeks ago? He
Has
was
this
with
guy
the
ever set
Road
foot in the
Mayor of
Twin Cities?
Minneapolis. So
You know of-
Minneapolis
What
will
now?
straighten
Has
it
he ever
over?
set foot in the Twin Cities that you know of?
Yeah, he was here last year.
Was
right
it last
after,
week you said he was here?
2 weeks
Right before the flood started. He was here last summer.
No, he was here right after
Aaron's inaugural.
Officer. What I can't remember his name. That Minneapolis officer that was shot.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
in the
Yeah,
pizza,
he was.
in the
Oh,
pizza.
In the
Huh?
pizza deal, he came right
Yeah,
after
when Hoff
that.
was shot, he
yeah.
was in town then.
No,
Yeah, within
Guy is
I think 3 days
incredible.
after
He's
that.
everywhere there's trouble.
Yeah, he was in town 2 weeks ago when the new mayor of
I think he was also
Minneapolis
in
was.
Hiroshima when the first bomb was dropped,
that's right. I think you're right.
and he was with
I think
King
you're right.
Ferdinand.
And he,
When he was killed before the First
Yeah.
World War started.
You know what really amazes me, though, and I don't want to, sound racist or anything like this, but
Well, when people say
Please
that,
don't.
usually they
Please
are
don't.
going to sound racist.
I got my finger on the button.
I mean, how come this guy has avoided bullets?
I don't know.
What?
You know, well, now,
Japers.
if you
I am
seriously
speechless.
think about it, it's a very good question.
I mean,
He was standing on the deck with Martin Luther King when he got shot.
That's true.
He has been in.
Probably
he
because
was
he's
in.
known as
he was
Reverend
in
Jesse
L.A. when Robert Kennedy got shot. He was at that whatever.
Function.
What are you trying to say here?
Oh!
What I'm trying to say is it's a good question. How does
No,
he
it
keep
is.
avoiding
the guy
these
doesn't
bullets?
preach. He doesn't preach at all. He's
Doesn't he?
everywhere trouble is or is going to begin.
He used to preach.
No, I think there's some good that he does.
You know, it could be
You know,
that
I
he
think
is such a high-profile person.
Just
That it
recently
doesn't
he was
happen.
down in Cuba.
Yeah, but I mean, presidents are pretty high profile, and they get shot.
He's
That's very
he's
true.
he's a respected person. You know, he goes into these areas. If nothing else, he lifts people's spirits when he's there. You know, if he doesn't do any better than that,
Well, he tried.
You know,
I know
that's enough.
when he came here, he tried to act as peacemaker,
Yeah,
and he does that.
you
a
know,
lot.
and that's what he does a lot.
So that's why he's in a lot of areas where
You
there
know,
are
so
trouble.
he does good. You know, and I don't see him as a negative figure at all.
Oh, while I'm on the subject,
Okay.
and I want to get away from this guy then, because we gave him too much time. Supposedly the Buffalo Bills lose their fourth,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
We're talking on this show when
okay,
the Buffalo Bills lose their fourth.
let's say they lose Sunday,
12 minutes.
and they never get back to the Super Bowl again.
Kind of like the Vikings after they lost their last one.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, we go into the Hall of Fame balloting, kind of like the Vikings, and okay, are you going to say that, okay, Thurman Thomas is never going to get a vote for the Hall of Fame because
No, they'll never get voted.
they never won a Super Bowl? Is that the same thing we're going to see from
No.
Grant?
No, you won't. And
No, this-
it's mainly because you're talking about a New York team.
Well,
They're in a media center.
A lot of it is the fact, though, that they've been to 4 in a row.
There
they've
will
been-
be the marginal players that could go if they had won the Super Bowl that won't.
I don't think Thurman Thomas
But
falls
you're going to
into that
have
class.
you're going to have your Jim Kelly will end up there, just like Fran Tarkington.
Scotty Norwood won't.
You'll end up with Thurman Thomas. You know, we have what, 2 in the hall
Yeah,
now.
Bruce Smith, he'll probably go.
You know, they'll end up with a few, but there will be some that would have gone if they had won the Super Bowl that just won't make it.
Well,
Right.
Bruce Smith is probably the guy that would go or should go, but Carl Eller, if they would have kept sacks, from my understanding, Lawrence Taylor just finally eclipsed his mark.
If the Vikings would have won at least one of those Super Bowls, you would have seen the front 4 all in the Hall of Fame by
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
You would have had Eller, Page, Marshall,
Yeah, they were
Larson.
That team.
Okay, let's look at the Rams then. They never won a Super Bowl. Is Deacon Jones made it. Merlin Olsen,
see,
did he
there
make
again,
it?
you're in
a media
large
center.
market.
You're in a large
Team
market
there.
area.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
You know, it.
You know, Buffalo isn't that much of a big market like New York City or L.A. or San Francisco, Oakland.
Yeah,
but it's
think
still
of it.
a bigger market than the Twin Cities.
Who has gone to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row? Can you name another team besides Buffalo? I doubt if there is another.
Well, what
Oh,
was
no,
it? Pittsburgh had to have been close.
Well,
No,
Because
I don't
Terry
think-
Bradshaw has
Pittsburgh won
4.
I
Terry
think
Bradshaw
Pittsburgh
has
won their-
4 rings.
Won 4 in a row.
Mm,
Was the first team to win 4.
not 4 in a row, though.
No,
I
not
don't
4
think
in a
it was
row,
4
but
in
the
a
first to win 4.
But yeah, they would
You know,
probably be the
the-
next team that to
But
Buffalo.
I don't believe Lynn Swan or John Stallworth are in the Hall of Fame either, are they?
I couldn't say.
10
Oh,
minutes.
I bet Lynn
If
Swan
Lynn Swan
must
isn't
be.
there, it's because he's got that funny type of lisp. If you ever hear him on ABC, I don't know what he's got for a speech impediment. But
The reason
I don't
he's
like
not in is because of that push-off he did in that game against.
It. Oh,
Hey, I'm telling you what, Ahmad Rashad lost any hope of getting in the hall when he started doing that game show.
The Caesars.
Yeah,
Caesars
when he
Revenge
started
or
doing that
whatever it is.
Caesar's Revenge game show, he lost it right there.
he wasn't.
I'm
going
going to make
anywhere.
one more comment here, and then I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay.
I seen Lynn Swan. Not that I watch Mr. Rogers very often, but I just happened to see
Lynn
him
Swan
on
doing
the-
ballet.
Lynn Swan doing ballet?
Is that what you saw?
No, he was in his full dress uniform, Pittsburgh Steeler uniform, far after he was retired.
Glory days.
And Mr. Rogers was touching him up and down, seeing what this padding was for. And Lynn Swan was looking at him like,
Are you insinuating Mr. Rogers?
Wait a minute.
Wait a
You're
minute.
getting
I
way out
gotta
of line
run.
here.
Yeah, see you later. We'll leave it at that. It's
No,
a
but-
beautiful
Thanks
day
for
in
calling.
the neighborhood.
And I think it's kind of ridiculous, but a lot of people are talking about Buffalo as being one of the greatest teams in history.
I would say in the last 5 years, they're probably one of the best teams.
Well, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't because the AFC now is like, B squad
Yeah.
compared to the NFC. It
What did it end up over the entire year in interconference matchups?
I don't know.
You know, that is where you would have to see
You viewers at home,
if it
you'll
is a B
notice
squad
how
or not.
Todd Lindbergh
It is. It simply is
gets kind
because
of
they
nervous
they
when we
cannot
keep the
play with any
camera on
NFC
him,
team in
and
the
he's
Super
not,
Bowl.
But
and
that
he's
is the
not
Super Bowl.
saying anything. You'll
You have to
notice
go
that
by
his
all
eyes
year
look
to
at
see
the
if it is
TV
actually
monitor
a B squad
periodically.
to the NFC.
I don't.
Todd does get
I
nervous
can be
when
as
we do this.
opinionated
too.
as I want to. They're gonna get smoked come Sunday.
I think you're right.
You know, when you have teams like Kansas City, Houston, that they made it through to get there, you can't say that they aren't a great team.
Complete gag teams.
Houston?
What did Houston do last year?
Houston was
Houston
a
gave up
fantastic team
gave up
this
what
year.
a 30-point lead or a 28-point lead and lost to Buffalo in Buffalo last year.
Hey, Jesse Jackson was
That's
at
a big
the Skywood
gag.
Mall, don't forget, in 1988.
What?
Jesse Jackson was at the Skywood Mall place over there in 1988.
Yeah.
Was that when the
What happened-
tornado came
Is
through?
that when the tornado went through?
How the hell do I know? I don't know that. Our caller knew that.
Terrific.
We had it on tape, too. I remember that.
Well, that's cool. He was in Fridley.
So were the
Must
Bills.
have been right before
Hey.
the tornado came through.
So was the Buffalo. Weren't the Buffalo Bills? Didn't they stay at the Skywood?
Yep, they did.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, actually, that
No
is.
wonder why you can never get a room at that place.
Yep, the
Too many
Buffalo Bills stayed
celebrities.
in Fridley when
Joe,
they were here
all
for
you
the
gotta
Super Bowl.
say is, I'm a local celebrity again.
Oh.
Just like that.
No, that's kind of cool that they stayed there. That is.
Well, who'd ever think to come looking for them there?
Well, not only that, but it is one of the few. It's a safe hotel. You know, I mean, it's one of the few non-alcoholic hotels in the history of the world.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that that's the one up by Menards, right?
yeah.
Yeah, non-alcoholic.
Really?
Yep.
But they got the ground round right on the corner.
That's true. This is true. But
They got Leon's Supper Club just down the road.
Oh man.
yep, if you
Is that place still known as Leon's?
yeah,
I mean, talk about the history of the world. Did they build Leon's and then
And then
build
made
the
a-
heights around
made-
it?
Yeah, I think so.
you want to talk about history of the
It was
world?
supposed to be in Hilltop, but they missed.
It
a
seems
block and a
obvious that the city of Fridley has no inkling for history when they're tearing down Dairy Queen.
What Dairy Queen?
Ridley,
Right on the corner up here.
Mississippi University.
So much history people know.
Wow.
That Dairy Queen is going down.
Where's it
Well,
going?
you should have known this when they changed the Holly Center sign.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
true.
Are they moving into the Holly Center?
No,
But
from
didn't
what
they
I've
change the
heard-
Holly Center sign? Didn't it get blown down by a storm?
Well, in '65 it got twisted like a pretzel, but they put it back up the way it was.
Well,
And now they tore it down and put up that ugly tin
Red.
box. With
Whatever
the
happened to the
sign on it.
Piggly Wiggly?
Piggly Wiggly,
It's Country Barfing now.
country barfing, yeah. But they got a picture of it in there. They got a picture of it
We
in
got a
Country
picture of
Buffet.
Piggly Wiggly in the Barfait.
Yeah, yep, back from the '60s.
Used to shop there. I didn't shop. I
Then there was National Food
Boy,
Store.
are
Remember
we
that?
choking for stuff to talk about now.
Why don't you talk about the #1 health club again?
No,
no.
I don't think so.
We spent enough time. We spent enough time with that when it happened.
We talked about it 2 weeks ago. Phone.
East River Road gang calling up again.
You're on.
Is this car wash?
Pardon me?
Is this car wash?
I was giving him a second chance, you know.
Is this the car wash?
Why would you let a guy like that through?
His mother was on for him.
Yeah.
His mom was on for him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, his mother was on, then he must have took
You know, that is a good question. What's supposed to be the big thing about this year's Bud Bowl? Other than the
knows?
fact that,
It'll blow you away.
and that's all you see.
I think what it's going to be is that,
I thought the best one was like the second year when they brought in the big bottle. That
The
was
big
when
bottle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was simulating the fridge.
Oh, I
back when
see.
Chicago. That was a great year when Chicago won back then.
You know,
I think a Bud Dry team is going to run out on the field and kick all their butts.
here's a lady in Columbia Heights. She's got stopped for
In the Heights?
DWI. She couldn't get her car started. She's in the middle of the intersection on Central. She couldn't get it started, so the cops followed the tracks back a couple hundred yards. She had wiped out a fire hydrant in a utility pole. You think that might not let your car be started?
Whoa! Oops! It was an
Is
accident.
that in the police report?
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, officer.
Always good reading in your Fridley Focus.
My car died, and I was looking down trying to turn on the car, and I hit that fire hydrant.
And,
fire
and it
hydrant
flooded.
blew up right in
it
front of me.
really, it
Did they
flooded.
follow the tracks farther back and see that she just left Leon's or what?
Leon. Isn't Leon something else now, though?
Nope, it's Leon's.
Still
Well, what
Leon's.
else is up in between the donut?
How about the
place?
scandal of the year? The guy that had 2 garage sales.
He had more than 2.
To what?
He had 2. They busted him on his second garage sale of the year.
Oh, I heard
Well, you
that.
can only have one?
It wasn't in Fridley though.
You're
What's this-
supposed to
what's this
only
mean?
have.
I think it was
You're supposed to
Roseville.
have so much time between garage sales in whatever.
Really?
Now you have to remember this.
I think it was
guy-
Roseville.
I think this guy has a garage sale every weekend all year long, and the people are getting upset about it.
It's more like a flea market then.
Right.
That's not what they said on the news.
He's got permanent racks built in his garage for hanging clothes.
Wow. Here's
He had bikes and stuff in his backyard, so they were complaining on him a little bit, you know, the people, and so he was having he had some garage sales, you know, but his garage was outrageous, but he had
say Walmart on the side of his garage?
he had a garage sale.
Bill Mark. I
had
guess it was.
the second garage sale, and a plainclothes cop came in, bought something
with
and
marked money.
with marked money, and wrote him up for having a second garage. It was a second garage sale, they said.
you need a permit.
2 garage sales in a year are not allowed.
But
There
you
you
have
are.
to remember, what are we? We're at the 26th of the year. and he's had his second garage
No,
sale
no,
already.
This is coming about now. This wasn't for this year. This
Garage
was
sales
last
aren't a
year.
big thing in the wintertime, you know.
He just had it
When?
last week.
Well, Todd, here's something that you can
Must be a
relate to.
heated garage.
It must
JP,
be.
was that both garage sales this year? Or did the
In the
actual
police reports, here's something. This guy was trying to pass a bad check. Ooh, that must hurt, wouldn't you think?
How can people do that?
How can you pass a bad check? Doesn't it kind of eat up in your?
$528 worth.
Where at?
Ooh. Well, I don't know the anatomy for sure, but Firestone,
Ouch.
3900 in Stinson.
Fix my car. I'll pay you later.
We have a real good one in here, but it's too long to read.
Okay, we pretty much toasted all the topics we can.
10 minutes.
Nobody wanted to talk about Michael today,
10 minutes.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Michael.
you know. But as I
What's
said,
the lottery at?
$2 million. Someone won it.
last week?
Wisconsin.
Oh, that's hard to believe.
Jeez,
I tell you, if where you're living doesn't start with a W, you ain't winning.
man, the cheese eaters got nothing better to.
Cheddar heads. Well, they percentage-wise or dollar-wise per capita, whatever, or dollars into the lottery, they put the most in, don't they?
Wisconsin, Washington, D.C., and they win them all.
The Miracle
Good
Mile
golly.
in where is that? La Crosse, is it?
Something like that.
No,
it's
north.
Wisconsin.
It's not Eau Claire. Where is it?
It's up north.
Spooner.
No.
That's where Barbara Carlson's cabin is.
Is that right?
Anyways, they've won 3 out of that stretch of,
Yeah.
Stretch of road.
which can't be much of a stretch of road.
Would you go there and buy tickets?
You don't think people do?
You know, I
Oh,
would
you know
avoid.
people
I would
do?
avoid that place like the plague.
Well, I guarantee.
The odds of them winning another lottery in that area are probably about
Yeah.
the same as winning one.
Pretty much.
I think once somebody's won, it's right back down to the
Right,
same
yeah.
odds as ever
Exactly.
Yeah,
before.
but it's still 1 in 54 million or something like that. So
That's extreme.
You know, if you win one, does it mean that you have even less odds of winning
no,
again?
No.
if I win, I'm gonna keep playing.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, now I got the money to play.
Oh,
just
golly.
because think how
But,
many
you know,
people.
tomorrow, Ed
think how many
McMahon is
people-
going to be calling somebody.
Yeah, think how many people would be so mad if
If
you
Ed
won
calls
it
me
twice.
tomorrow, I'm hanging up. No.
What if you won it twice in 1 week? Wow, wouldn't that be fantastic?
I think there's a law that you can only win it once in a year's
Uh-uh.
time or something.
I don't think so.
That's KQ. You
I don't
Isn't
think
it something, though, that you can only win a major
so. Somebody won in
lottery
Wisconsin.
once?
Yeah, you can bet when we head up north this week. I'm going over to Superior to buy my lottery tickets.
Oh,
What's
A
that?
guy did?
Will I reach everyone's television channel 33?
oh, that
Oh, no.
dang recorder came on.
Recorded. Like to leave your name and number after the tone. We can return your call as soon as possible.
Hold on, it'll be done in a
Watching
second.
everyone's television channel 33.
That's our hero, TJ the Fitness King. No. Is that gonna beep like that at us now?
For a while, and then it'll just record our conversation with the guy.
There we go. Okay, what were you saying?
It was on the news, I think, a couple weeks ago. They had a guy in Florida that had won 2 lotteries. He won like a total of, I don't know how much it was, but he won twice.
Great.
Gee.
Well, I guess I'll have to win at 3 to be the first 3-time winner.
That's right.
I better get started.
Hey, I was directly in line behind a $5,000 winner of scratchers. And I was gonna buy the dang. I was buying the dang things too.
You know the Burley Bear.
Hey, I was in Vegas the same weekend. Somebody won the Megabucks deal out there.
Oh, man. Yep, 5K. I was in line behind this person, and they scratched it at the counter, and they won 5,000. And I looked at the lady and said, "Oh, like I'm gonna buy any now."
Are you gonna buy any anyway?
Yes, I was.
That game?
Yep.
Who says that now?
No,
Well,
I
of
was.
course.
I was in line. I was gonna buy them.
We'll be visiting the Black Bear
Black
Casino.
Bear Casino.
Public appearance.
We will be pulling in
Black
there.
Bear Casino, where is that about? Is that actually
That's just out of.
just north of Cloquet?
It's in Cloquet.
Just out of Duluth.
It's just
It's in Cloquet.
now, but it's gonna be just out of money when we leave.
I thought it. So
We'll
it's,
be making a withdrawal while we're there, I'm
That's
sure.
right. We'll be
so it's
making a withdrawal.
between the old
Legal
Hinckley and
withdrawal.
the old Duluth. There, it's right there in the middle.
No,
huh?
it's not even in the middle. It's very shortly out of Duluth.
It's in Cloquet.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like just out of Duluth. Though.
Well, if anybody knows where Cloquet is, they know it's just out of Duluth.
Yeah, but Jeff is saying it's kind of in the middle of Hinckley and Duluth. It's not.
No,
it's
no.
just out of Duluth.
You hit Black Bear, you go up the hill.
And down
Boom. You're
down
in,
into ear pop zone. So, yeah, I'm gonna go and make a withdrawal. Hopefully enough to pay for my weekend again, like last
I'm
year.
sure it'll be a balmy 45 degrees in Duluth this weekend, like it was last year.
45 below.
No, last year it was 45. Remember?
Oh, was it?
Those
That's
guys were
right.
Fishing and
The lake
whatnot.
was open.
The lake was open for the first time in I don't know how many years.
That's
we've
right.
been
It
going
doesn't
up
sound
there.
like it's going to be that way, because it's going to be
Well, it's going to be
highs-
10 inches of snow tonight or tomorrow.
It's going to be
isn't it?
highs
South.
in the 20s here.
Oh, I'm sure that it's the weather predictors have got this isolated down as to where the snow is going
Well,
to
they
fall.
said the snow was going to be in northern Iowa, southern Minnesota.
Oops.
Well, you get
Oops,
to
we were
Duluth,
wrong.
you're a little ways away from there.
The weather people are gutless nowadays. Everything is they give themselves a
Oh.
5-degree span.
They gave what's her name gave just the biggest disclaimer on this snow stuff, saying that 5 to 10 inches in southern Minnesota. But if the low pressure changes and shifts the system, we could be looking at more snow than what I'm actually predicting. Well,
this
okay,
Marty?
thanks.
Marty,
that was what's her name from Channel 4?
Oh, no, that's,
Can't stand her.
she's on radio, too.
Yeah, that's where I heard it on the radio.
KSTP
No.
radio. Yeah,
What is her name?
she was.
Oh, she was always on KS 95 in the morning too. Can't remember.
I like
It's not
Marty.
Rosemary
Marty,
Clooney, I
what
know
is it?
that.
Marty Tyre? Marty Tyre? Very cute. Very cute weather girl.
I know who you're talking about because I've heard her before.
A million times.
Is that borderline
She's the one that's doing the gardening crud.
Karen Falloon.
Karen
not
Falloon. Karen
That's from
Falloon's the one
Channel
that's
4.
on CCO.
Yeah, she's on
That's not Karen. That's not her
you're
name.
talking
No,
about the
Karen
new one.
Falloon was
The new one.
was redhead, had a little bit of
She
freckly.
just had a
pimple.
kid. She's got. She's doing that gardening thing.
I won't watch it
Hate
anymore
her.
because they're family news now.
Is that
Hater.
Kenny the gardener?
No, it's who's the gardener? Who's the guy I like to listen to? Freddie.
Freddie the gardener. That's
Speaking
right.
Freddie
of
the
which,
gardener.
speaking of the gardener,
Yes.
what are you guys doing for softball this year?
For softball this year, looks
Double
look-
headers in Fridley now.
Oh.
Twice the entry fee, but double headers every night.
Is that right?
So you get to play some games.
Your ass kicked twice.
Get your butt whipped twice.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet what's taking place.
Well,
chances
I
are
haven't,
chances are better than not we'll end up on the old KWA.
We're all old and nobody can do anything. We're all hurt. We're always all hurt.
Well, that's
So-
that's part
By
of
the
the
way
game.
it sounds, the Bubmeister isn't going to be playing this year, so
With
Years
us.
ago, Fridley Fire Department had a team fielded by guys that were probably all older than the average age in the league, and they had a great time playing.
Oh golly, it's all a matter of fun. You just
We liked playing them because I think we were the only team.
I tell you
They were the only team that we beat that year.
I tell you at pitcher's mound, I can count on getting 2 shots in the legs.
every year
I
Every year
escaped
now.
last year after
Every
taking
year.
almost a mortal wound 2 years ago, which took me a year to recuperate from. Are we off?
Oh,
Next week, don't
Talk to you
forget.
next week.
We are
5:30 to
gone.
6:30 Wednesdays. See ya.
That's for the live show. Do we got to fill? Do we got to fill for the hour? What?
You got another 2 minutes on the tape.
So
Are we
gotta
off?
fill. We got to fill 2 minutes for the tape version because we started late.
Okay, we'll just keep talking about softball then.
You can take this call.
Yeah, now we can take the call.
No. Oh,
Oh, what fun is it to take a call when we're off the air?
They can yell at us and they can swear at us and we don't care.
we're talking softball. We're not going to talk to any caller.
You're taping right now. You're also on, I guess, Chief. You said they're still on?
Oh, we're not off yet.
Whoa!
Go ahead and take us
Talk
off. We're
about
going to fill the 2
clockwork.
minutes.
I tell you, this show just clicks
We're-
along every week.
That's the miracle of live television. Are we still on live?
Oh, man.
Did he say nipples?
Oh, don't say it. You're on.
Oh!
Holy cow. Are we off yet?
Any- Stay tuned for Gopher Hoops 92.
Not even rehearsed.
That's right. Harmony.
94.
94.
94.
This year's Gophers.
They play tonight?
They play right now.
Okay, you're
No, 7 o'clock.
You're up. What'd you say?
We want TJ the Fitness King.
No, what'd you say? You're still recording.
We're on the tape.
Recording.
What'd you say?
About what?
I don't know. He said, can you say that on the air or something like that?
No, I said he said that on the air. He already said it. No.
I'm not
You
saying
heard
it
what he
again.
He said dimples.
So, are we done? Are we done? Can we take these mics off?
We're over.
Can we? We're still taping, but we're gonna take these mics off and we're getting out of here.
Where is Mr. Harvette?
Mr. Harvette should be at home. I was supposed to call him after the show.
Oh, yeah? You going to go up there? Or?
Very possible.
I want to know if he was going to go to Best Buy with Whitney.
Oh, I see. When are you heading up
Is there a Best Buy up there?
Northtown.
I'll have to call him and see what he wants to do.
Is there a Best Buy out by
Northtown? Where's
Jenny, you wanna
Round
dial
Lake?
the Harvett residence and we'll get them on the phone box?
Round Lake Boulevard?
No, there's no Best Buy up there.
Isn't there one up there? Where the new Cub is and all that hootenanny?
There's a Sears. There's a Sears, but no.
Yeah, that's right in your backyard, Crepes.
Sears and Walmart.
Why don't you dial the Harvett residence?
Which one?
Dave.